Hello and happy Mother's Day. I'm Quinn from Glen Ellen Community Church, and I did want to come with a Mother's Day message today. And until doing that or trying to do that, I had no idea how hard that can be. And if you've never done that yourself, you're probably thinking, well, how hard can it be? And it can be pretty difficult. And the reason for that is there are so many stages and places of motherhood that it feels almost impossible to reach even most moms through one message. You see, there's brand new moms, maybe some of those moms that will look into their child's eyes for the very first time today. And you have moms of infants, moms of toddlers, small kids, moms of teenagers, young adults, and it just keeps going on and on because we all know that we never stop being mom. There are moms that are celebrating together, surrounded by all of their loved ones. And then there are those moms that are alone today. And maybe even more of them this year due to the COVID-19 pandemic. And there are moms that get to enjoy the love and snuggles and hugs from all of their kids today. And then there's those moms whose precious babies are with the Lord and they are missing them with everything that's in them. And so I was asking the Lord how He wanted to do this and what He wanted to say today. And the scripture that He gave me was Psalm 139:13. It says, "For you formed my inward parts, you covered me in my mother's womb." Um, yes, this verse talks about how the Lord covered us in our mother's womb, and I am fully aware that there are stepmoms and foster moms and mom-in-laws and moms that we have adopted as kids and moms that have adopted us. There are moms that maybe may not be the one that you grew up with or were raised by, but they loved you like a mom nonetheless. And this in this verse, as I'm reading it, God was showing me that this still applies to all moms. Um, you see, from the beginning of our lives, God knows every step and every detail, and He even has them recorded. And you'll see that if you keep reading in Psalm 139. But the word cover in verse 13, it means to join together, to fence in, to defend or protect. And how many of us know that feeling as a mom? We like to call it mama bear. But anyways, it means to weave together. And God does this for every single one of us from our mother's womb. He's written our story. And being a mother is one of the greatest opportunities to enter into that story with Jesus and to see the hand of God and take hold of that hand and to walk with Him. When God connects us so beautifully as a mother to a child, no matter how that motherhood takes its shape, we are given this amazing opportunity to participate with Him in somebody else's life the way that nobody else can. There's this indescribable love that comes from the moment you first meet your child, and that it really can't be explained. It's as if while that child is being knit together, God is already also knitting together the heart of the mother to the child. And we see just a glimpse of this in the book of Luke, chapter 2. 12-year-old Jesus is traveling with his parents, Mary and Joseph, to Jerusalem for the Feast of Passover. And it's not just the family unit that's traveling together, but it's a large group, other family members and whatnot. And they go to Jerusalem. And as this group prepares to leave, and they do leave, it takes a while before Mary and Joseph realize that Jesus isn't with them. They had thought that maybe He had been with other family members, others in the group, but then they realize He's not there. And so they return to Jerusalem to find Him, and they do find Him in the temple. And He's with the teachers, and they see how they're watching Him. They see how Jesus is responding and how the people are responding to Jesus, and their amazement of Him and the way Jesus is able to answer the teachers. And in verse 51, it says, His mother kept all of these things in her heart. And I was thinking, gosh, isn't that what we all do as moms? And when we become a mom, The capacity to love grows beyond any limits that may have previously been there, whether they were intentionally placed there or not. Those limits are blown out of the water, and all of a sudden, we are keeping every detail of our children. I mean, their smile, their smell, their touch, their laughter, their tears, their words, their achievements, and their failures. Every detail we're now keeping on our heart. We're watching them, and one stitch at a time, we're placing it in our heart. And it's like you can't help it. You just do it. And it's a love that's given by God, and it is sustained by Him and strengthened by Him. Because we all know that there are ups and downs on this road of motherhood, and some of our greatest moments are watching our kids have their greatest moments, and some of our hardest days are the days that we see our kids hurting or struggling, or maybe even having to say goodbye to them. And as God knits our children together and weaves them within our hearts forever, He also deposits this love that is so big and so unconditional. It can only be described as His kind of love. God's written our children's story, but He's written ours as well, and He's brought us together intentionally and on purpose. And this is why being a mom is so precious, because it's when we begin to realize that this world is so much bigger than us, and it's loving somebody else is so much more important than simply loving ourselves, and that God really has fearfully and wonderfully made us all, because we see it in our kids. To get to know this love in such an intense and remarkable way, and finally realize through motherhood that He is knitting us together with Him, because apart from Him, we wouldn't know this kind of love. So we will walk through sleepless nights and give up anything that we hold dear. We will hit our knees in our most earnest prayers. We will laugh and cheer our very loudest, and we will smile with just one silly look or gesture from our kids, and we will cry our hardest tears for the love of our child. So today on Mother's Day, I pray that you know that when God sets you in this place to be called a mother, He's drawing you close to Him. He's sharing His heart with yours, and He's putting out His hand, and He's placing your hand in His and asking you to walk with Him. I know that I could never know this love apart from Him, and when I think I'm doing it all wrong, He reminds me that He's with me, and when I'm weak, that's when He's strong, and we are doing this together. So as I pray that all of you are loved and encouraged by those that you hold close today, I also pray that you do see your hand in God's today, and you hear His whisper in your heart, and you know that He's the one that carries us all through as moms. And no matter what stage or place you're in right now, He knows. He hears you. His love will be in everything that you need in the moment. It will be in every smile, and it will be in every tear. So take just a moment and take a deep breath and know that His presence is with you. It's carried you all along, and He is knitting together your heart with your child's and His. So happy Mother's Day, Mom. We love you and are praying for you here at Glen Ellyn Community Church. I know that this is a little late in getting out to you today, but we do hope that you've had a blessed Mother's Day, and thank you for watching.